Welcome to day 17 of 22 Days of Magic. I'm Magical Michelle, if you hadn't figured that out. And today is a very profound piece of our work. This is the point where we want to help you help yourself out of any punishment programming. So a lot of times when we're not manifesting, it is because on some level, we haven't forgiven ourselves, someone else, or the universe, and maybe all of the above. If you yesterday went, how am I supposed to manifest with gratitude when I actually haven't manifested what I want? So often we get into that stuck position of what I want isn't happening. And then we look at needing to actually forgive whatever we tried to manifest before, or manifesting something and it not working out for us. So this is probably one of the most important things you will ever do for yourself, ever. When I met beautiful Louise Hay, I only met her once, and we had a 5-minute conversation. And the first and only thing she had to say when we talked about her book, You Can Heal Your Life, we talked about the forgiveness exercise. And her words to me were, Michelle, if you teach forgiveness to every person you touch, the world will change. So here I am with you. If you were to forgive yourself, and I mean radically forgive yourself, for every should have, would have, and could have, you will eliminate a humongous block in your manifesting. So the wording from her book is, I forgive you for not being who I wanted, needed, or expected you to be. And she would ask you to look yourself in the eye in the mirror to say that. It is not an easy task. It is not an easy task. And if you get really profoundly true on this, then you can do it in a mirror. I like to do it in the theta state where I get into meditation and I forgive my choices. I forgive the universe for things that did or didn't happen. And I forgive others for not being who I wanted them to be. Because even if someone, stole from you or cheated on you or didn't show up for you, you had an expectation they were going to be different than that. So what you needed from them didn't manifest. And remember, when you're forgiving something outside of you, it isn't for their sake that you're forgiving it. It is for your sake. You are no longer holding on to the need to not manifest something so that you can stay safe. This is really often about worthiness if it's yourself, or safety if it was someone else. So when you get into radical forgiveness, you're saying, I am a powerful human being right now. I am really a beautiful, wonderful, amazing human being right now. And I deserve to be free. So the energy of truly, completely, on a deep level, forgiving something sets you free. So putting this all together, the wording would be, I forgive you for, fill in the blank. I release you and I set you free. And if it was someone else, you're also going to say, and I set myself free. So you are setting yourself free from the punishment of having to continue this negative, holding yourself back. So for an example is, you might not go forward because you're afraid you would make a bad choice again. But often you're not the person that chose to be in the situation. You've often become older and wiser. Often you are not as naive. So are you the same person? Would you make the same choices? Probably not. And even if you are, and it was just yesterday, you have learned something already. So at this point, wherever you are in this process, you cannot go back. Never can you go back. However, in this moment, you can radically forgive. You can forgive yourself. You can forgive a situation for not being the way you wanted it to be. You can forgive another person for not being who you needed them to be. And in this moment, that sets you free to have a clean slate. And when you have a clean slate, then you can start the powerful manifestation of creating. Because when you're in some form of resentment or rejection or any form of I don't have, and forgiving becomes an I don't have, then you are in lack, and therefore you can't be in gratitude, and you can't move forward, and you can't manifest because you're probably afraid to manifest because you don't want to make another mistake. So radically choosing forgiveness today. What are you forgiving? Who are you forgiving? And down deep, and lastly, and most importantly, set yourself free from your shouldas, your wouldas, and your couldas. So bringing this all together, I'm claiming a forgiveness on the deepest and highest level, radically forgiving through time, through space, this lifetime, any other, and I'm choosing to be free of this person, free of my own self-projections, and free on a soul level to move forward. So big homework today, deep, powerful, transformative homework today. And I just want to promise to you, if you do this step will change everything. This is radical freedom that comes from the expression of radical forgiveness. And so this is a huge step to living magically. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm already in advance proud of you. I love you, and I set you free.